Water in an icy world. Mei Lin huddled closer to her father. Cold wind burned her eyes. Her body was wrapped in a thick parka. Their cutter hovered just above the frozen ground. Looking around, there was nothing but ice in all directions. How many blocks did we cut today? Mei Lin asked. 50. That's 100 more pounds of ice than yesterday. Your good luck, my princess, smiled father. Father pushed a button and the cutter flew off toward the factory. Once inside, the two removed the large chunks of ice they had cut and collected. Father placed each on a belt that carried it toward the end of the building. When all the ice was unloaded, Mei Lin and her father followed the last chunk as it moved along the belt. The ice dropped into a large tank at the end. Mei Lin could make out the glow of fire far below. This melted ice was the town's only source of water now. Mei Lin looked at her father. He had tears in his eyes. What's wrong, Papa? She asked. Sometimes it's hard to believe the world is now ice. Seeing the water in these tanks reminds me of when I was a child, he said. What do you mean? When I was young, we swam in water that stretched as far as I could see. We spilled it and splashed it like a toy. I wish it could still be that way for you, he whispered. Malin looked into the tank again. Maybe someday the ice will melt. Maybe you will swim again. Maybe, he said. Now you must rest. Tomorrow is another day in the ice field. He put his arm around Mei Lin, and together they headed for home. Did you know several times in Earth's history, huge sheets of ice covered the land? These periods are called ice ages. The last ice age started about 1.6 million years ago.